Alright, so my name is Tanya Smith, and I was originally trying to start a podcast, but I'm trying to do a little bit of YouTube first to see how it goes. If, maybe I could get some views here and then end up podcasting because I'm not really like a camera person, but I don't know. Let's just try it. The reason why I wanted to start this YouTube channel and I guess podcast is because I just really wanted to tell my story because I feel like a lot of people don't really know my story. People ask, people assume, they see what's on social media, and they just take it from there. But I have a lot. I really don't know where to start. I guess I should start with my daughter. Um, I lost my daughter on May 25th, 2018. And it was the hardest thing ever. I had miscarried before that, like 2 years before that, but I miscarried at 13 weeks, and I'm not saying it's any less or any more. Um, it was really hard too. I went through a very depressed time. It took me a week to even get out of bed to do anything. I spent my time crying. I was always upset. I was just smoking, taking drugs, and the pills the doctors gave me basically just so messed up that I would just be so gone and not trying to, like, I guess, not trying to be in the moment. But let's get back to this baby. Um, it was really hard because we felt like we had finally did it. We were really scared. We were like, we have to make it to 13 weeks, but really we have to make it past that because the last baby I lost it at 13 weeks. And we made it to 14 weeks, and we were like, this is it. It's going to happen. We're going to have a baby. We started planning, gender reveals, baby showers, and whatnot, and just life with a child. And 16 weeks and 3 days in, my water, I didn't know at the time. I thought I was just kind of peeing, but it felt weird because I kept coming out. And I'm just trying to give like a vivid imagination, I guess, of the what happened, because I feel like you're not really gonna know unless I tell you everything. So please, I apologize if I'm being too explicative. I'm sorry. Um, I started leaking so much, and then I decided I'm gonna call the doctor. I'm not in no pain, but I feel like something's wrong. So I called my OBGYN, and I went in there, and even OBG was just like, you might just be peeing, or you could just be leaking, like it could be something else. She's like, it could be that your water broke, like amniotic fluid, but we really highly doubt it. And I was like, I really would like to get checked. And she kept, kind of like didn't really want to check me. She wanted to send me home. And I was like, look, I really honestly would feel better if you checked me. So she was like, okay, I'm going to check you. Just take your pants off. I'm going to go step outside, take your pants off. And she stepped out, and I took my pants off, and that's when a whole bunch of water came out. I started freaking out, and that's when she knew something was wrong. Um, so they came in, and they did the little strip test of the amniotic fluid. And um, I'm sorry. It came back positive. So basically, I had, in fact, my water had broke. And they basically told me from there, like, you're going to have to get an abortion. You're going to have to go to the hospital. and we're gonna have to take the baby out. You know, you're gonna have to take a pill, and we're gonna basically, it's gonna force the baby to go into labor, and you're gonna go into labor. So I thought that was my only option. I had called my mom, I had called my mother-in-law, I had called my husband. My husband had to come home from work, and we didn't even have a car at that time. I didn't even know what to do. My mother-in-law came to pick me up, and then thankfully, I felt like that was it. We were about to lose this baby. So I really wanted my husband to be there because I didn't want him to miss any part of it. So um we kind of waited around for like an hour so that we could go pick him up because he had to take the bus. So we had to wait somewhere for him to get picked up from the bus. And then we finally went to the Northside Hospital and checked in. And they asked me, like, you can go on with this pregnancy and hope that it comes out okay and you don't have a stillborn, or she doesn't, come out sooner or doesn't pass away. A lot of options. Or you could take this pill right now and basically end this right now. You could go home tomorrow and that's it. But at that time, I just felt like, why would I do that? If I had that option, who am I to say that I really want to be a mother, but would rather stop this pain and just end this pregnancy now? I feel like I fought so hard for her already. I had to keep fighting because she was willing to fight too. So, it took me like 2 days because honestly I was a little scared. I felt like maybe, I didn't want to put her through that misery. I didn't want to hurt her anymore. And then I was thinking about us, and it felt like such like a selfishness of like, oh, her, and what about us, and what about all of us? And then I finally decided, like, she's still in there because I could feel her kicking at 16 weeks. That was my third pregnancy. And I was like, I'm gonna keep trying. I literally kept praying. I kept praying. I kept talking to her. She would kick me and she would move. And I felt like it was right. And we fought. We fought hard for 3.5 weeks. I made it to 20 weeks exactly. And I started having contractions. And I still feel bad to this day because I started having contractions around 3 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't know. I thought I was just stretching, like my body was just trying to stretch for the baby because I'm turning 20 weeks, I'm halfway through the pregnancy. And so I kept kind of just pushing through, like it hurt, but I was just like, I gotta push through because it's only gonna get worse from here. But little did I know I was actually in labor already. And the doctor had came to me, he was like, are you in labor? Do you think you have any pains? And I was just like, no, I'm fine. Thinking that I'm just stretching, I'm fine. But, he said he could have given me something to, like, stop the contractions and stop the labor. But I didn't know. And that's what kills me every day, is that I didn't know. And I just kept thinking I was so tough and that it's nothing, I just got to deal with this pain. And it hurt. But I remember he left the room. And my husband finally got back from work because I told him to turn back around. He had left. He had took the train, and I was like, no, you gotta turn around. Something's wrong. Like, I feel it now. And he turns around. As soon as he gets there, he's so happy because he innocently didn't even really know what was really gonna happen if the baby came out at 20 weeks. I knew. And I walked to the bathroom to go use the restroom, and the umbilical cord came out. And I started shaking. I felt like this tremendous, like, I just couldn't stop, like, shaking. And then a whole bunch of nurses come in, like 7, 8 nurses, all trying to check down there, all surrounding me, trying to unstrap the bed, trying to get me comfortable, trying to move me downstairs to the labor and delivery, because I was upstairs now where it's like high risk pregnancies. And I'm shaking the whole way. I'm crying. I'm looking at my husband like, help me, there's something needs to be done. And I get down there, and they're just saying, yeah, the umbilical cord is out, and if you want this baby to be alive, we have to get her out now. And I was like, do whatever you have to do, but get the baby out. And I knew she was gonna pass, but I just wanted to have a little bit of time with her, at least. So they induced me, and they were like, you're gonna feel a lot of pain. I didn't feel any pain. I just was doing anything for her. I pushed and I pushed and I pushed until I felt her come out. And she lived for 18 minutes. And I remember that when the nurses left me and my husband alone for a second, we told her it was okay, that we fought as long as we could, and it was okay. We were proud of her. And she did this little smile, and then it went away, and I didn't know at that time that she was gone. But when the nurses came back in, they told me that she was gone already. Um, it hurt. It hurt a lot. But that's what really happened. And I just needed people to really know that. This one's gonna be short because I need to get myself back together. But I'll definitely tell more um, about after. Maybe in a couple days or something. Talk more about after the the loss of my daughter, what we did, what happened at home, the hospital stuff. I'll tell you guys all of that. I just really wanted you guys to take this in for now. And if you feel like that you have any questions, then ask me and I'll answer them next time. Thank you if you are watching, and just thank you.